Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. It's a wonderful, wonderful Friday for you guys in North America, and for me in Asia right now, it is a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I'm so excited to talk to you guys today because today we're going to be doing something really exciting. It's actually been something that a lot of people have been requesting for, which is showing you exactly how we build a gamification system from scratch. Now, our system has evolved over the ages, over since like I think 2 years ago when we first, announced about the gamification project till now. There's been so many amazing updates that has happened, but all the videos that I've shown that have been building to those updates, there's so many, right? There's over hundreds of videos that have shown the slow iteration, right, of this system and how the different parts have came together. But what we're missing right now is one video that brings together everything, that shows you, the core components of the gamification system. How is it built today, right? And I want to show you how anybody, without even having the system in front of them, because for me, I personally love using our main system template, duplicating it, and then building on top of that, right? If I ever want to build something new. But if you have nothing, if you just have Notion, if you don't even have our systems, if you don't have the resources to get our systems, this is how we're trying to make it easy for you to get involved, to be able to still build your own productivity systems, no matter where you're from, no matter what you are able to, what resources you have available to you. I want to make sure that you can build your own gamification system for free by following this video, by following the steps I've outlined here, and hopefully by me showing you exactly how we're structuring our content and structuring our documentation, how the systems are built, you can do it for yourself as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'm so excited to help you guys out today. So let's set out the stage first, right? Obviously, I already have my own gamification system, and so does many of my friends and family. So I thought, why not create a brand new system for the newest member of our family, Haku? So Haku is a very cute Samoyed. Let me just show you his Instagram page. He's a very cute Samoyed. He's just about barely 5 months old. And it's been an absolute joy, living with him and helping him, go through life. Now, what I want to do with this gamification system is I want to help us, us meaning like myself, my partner, as well as all our friends and family. I want to help us gamify the experience of helping him level up, right? And you're going to ask, like, how does a dog level up, right? Well, a dog levels up by, learning their basic obedience training, right? By learning, what specifically they should eat and should not eat outside, learning how to do tricks, giving affection, whatever it might be. We want to really just make sure that whatever his best life is for him, we want to figure out how to build that best life for him and make sure that that's something that we can, grow and work on together. So the beauty of all this, I think, is to be able to create something that not only we can track the progress of how our dog is doing, but also how everyone else in the world can track and see exactly, hey, this is how we can use our success plan, and this is how we can use the system in a way that is more, standardized, right? So for example, I can give you a lot of examples about, how to build goals that are related to fitness, how to build goals that are related to, mindsets, to, building family. And that might be relevant for a portion of you guys, but this may not be relevant for everybody at different life stages. But I think everyone can emulate and understand when I make examples for a dog, perhaps, that can give you a lot of parallels and a lot of understanding on how this might be for yourself as well. So that's super exciting. So I also want to show you guys how the X3 Academy, which is at academy.co-x3.com, how we can use this to actually build all the different systems that are available inside our toolbox, right? And the idea for us is, there's a lot of people out there that may not be, living in US, may not be living in a first world developed country. And I still want to make sure that no matter what you have, no matter what position in life you're at, you're still afforded the opportunity to use a system that works for you and use a system that helps you be intentional, and specifically use a system that helps you really make work fun. So we painstakingly compiled, hundreds of articles to kind of document the experience, or I guess the the specifications of how our systems are built, so that simply you can just follow along and be able to actually build a system for yourself as well. And I want to show you live exactly how I build one of these with a success plan, so that you can also follow along for yourself as well and kind of understand the process of how we're writing these articles. And for anyone who's in the Code3 family, of course, you can also always help and improve the documentation whenever you have an opportunity as well. So with that out of the way, just to talk about what we're going to do today, we're going to be creating a dashboard for Haku, our dog. In our case, it's going to be a public dashboard, right? Because we want everyone else to be able to see the progress of how he's leveling up as well, which is going to be super, super exciting. And so let's go ahead and what's going on here? Let's refresh this page just to make sure what's going on in Notion. Oh, interesting. Okay, I was delayed. Okay, so how we're going to do it, we're going to build a public, which you don't have to, right? Public dashboard for Haku to show how he's leveling up. Create an account. Okay, we're going to also create a success plan and areas of confidence for Haku. We're going to create account on make work fun to gamify the experience for Haku. And then I think that's going to be pretty much it, right? So that'll be the steps, and as we go along we can add more. So first, let's create this public page. I've already started, but basically, like I just thought it'd be nice to kind of show a small bio. I'm a fluffy pupper currently living in Singapore with our family without borders. That's our co-living space hosted by the Code3 family. What does my name mean? Haku means pure or white in Japanese, and also he's named after a big white dragon from Spirited Away. His birthday is 5/5/22, which means that he is now just about 5 months, which is amazing. And I had the links for like how I'm leveling up and follow me. Again, these are just small things just to have some fun with this and show like a nice dashboard to show where this is me, and right, and this is how you can learn more about me. So let's jump into the actual system building part of it, because I think that's really interesting, which is we're going to start talking about exactly how we might want to structure this dashboard and what specifically is there to show. And you already see I have some notes at the bottom, but for now let's just start from scratch and show you exactly how I plan to work out Haku the Samoyed's page. So I want to specifically capitalize on the success plan and the areas of confidence, and maybe the daily quest later on at a given point in time. But basically what I want to show right now is my success plan, right? So success plan is going to be here, and let's describe what the success plan is. And so for people who don't know, so right now I'm just going to go into the blueprints, right, and show what the success plan is. Break down the why, how. Okay, well that's a way to explain success plan. I wouldn't say that's the only way to explain it, but let's go ahead and use that as the way to explain it. So this is my journey of how I will become a level 100 Dako. Okay, let's just make it funny like that. So we're gonna do like that. And then we're gonna have this. By the way, I think this stream is gonna be really chill as well, so I hope you guys enjoy. I can even play some background music if you guys would like to, but this is going to be super, super chill. Okay, so my journey of how I become a level 100 doggo, and then I want to show all the goals maybe on one side, and then all the objectives I'm going to meet, and then projects we're going to have. So these are my goals, right? And then we're going to show our key results, which is our achievements. And then I'm going to explain all this in a second, don't worry. And then we're going to have our projects. Okay, and then I don't think we need our specific tasks yet. I do think we might want like a recent wins. So recent wins. let's just keep it simple for now. I think this is already really good. So let's go ahead and make some dividers, make it easy for us to see. Perfect, perfect. Easy for us to see. There we go. Okay, so let me give you guys a behind the scenes look of how exactly we're going to build the success plan blueprints, because you can see the success plan blueprint is not fully finished on purpose, right? Because I want to show you guys exactly how we would build this so that you know exactly what that process looks like for us, and perhaps you can also do it for yourself as well. So for us, when we go into our success plan, this is a database that's inside our Be Intentional system and shared with Gamify Your Life. So it's a system that goes with both things. And as you can see, what we want to do right now is follow the process of making it nice and seamless. So we have tutorials, we have sync views, and so on and so forth. I am going to do one thing and grab what we did in our last live stream, which was to add these sections of dashboards and templates. So dashboards and templates right here. So that I can show you guys exactly how we might want to clean this up. Okay, so let's open up the original database, which is a success plan. And I wanted to show you guys exactly how, one might start looking into success plan and building it out. So I'm just going to click new just because I want to have a new page to work on. And I want to show you guys all the different, properties that are here. So right now we have week and upstream week. I'm going to show you guys that later. You don't have to worry about that right now. I'm going to hide that because that's not important. But for status, type, goal, so these are all the different categories, all the different properties rather. So we have name, we have status, right? So name of the entry, right? And then we have status, which is either backlog, ready to start, blocked, in progress, or complete. So we have, again, status, ready to start, blocked, complete, in progress, and complete. We have type is next. So we want type. So type is goal, key result, projects. So I'm going to get type up there and show you guys. Oh, well, looks like type is in here. I'll type this here. There we go. So type is here. And then we're going to say it's going to be either goal, key result, project, or task. Okay, so this is going to be like this. This is always show, and then we have our description here. So I'm going to show description. So description is here. So describe the entry, right? And this is going to be, again, always show. So you can see looks like that. Always show. And actually, I'm going to do the customization button. What's the customization? Customize page. There we go. So I can show you everything like this easily. So again, week, upstream week, we're going to just drag that down and show you guys that later. That was something that we built last week. So that's super fun. But for now, that'll be distracting because we wanted to build just like the basic system right now. So status, type, description, impact. So impact's gonna be pretty important. Let's do impact. Impact is going to be how impactful will completing this task be for the upstream items, right? And this is going to be always show. Due date is next. So due date is next. We're gonna say the date that you are working, that you want to work on this entry / are working on this entry. Okay, and this is going to be always show as well. Next is going to be due date optional, and I'm going to explain what due date is as well. So we have due dates here. So you can see we've kind of already bracketed out like what's optional and what's not, so that you know for yourself what's something that you might need to fill out as you're going through the system, and also what you might want to take and what you don't need to take. So due date optional is going to be all about the hard deadline that you need to finish this task, this entry by. Typically avoid unless there are external deadlines to follow. Okay. And so we're going to always show like this. The next one is going to be about closing dates. So closing date is the date that you finish the task, the entry. This is for tracking purposes, so you know when you complete your work. Okay. It's always show, I believe, as well. Okay, tags is pretty important. Tags is gamification tags. Assign a win value. Assign a win tag, so you know what kind of rewards you should get. Oh, it's Haku. Hi. Haku, go home. We have Haku, the guest, showing up for us. So yeah, so we can assign a win tag to know what rewards you should get for completing this this entry. So for reference, a huge win would be a goal win, a big win would be a key result win, a project win would be a project win, of course, and then 25-minute tasks versus 5-minute tasks would be the individual wins as well. So that's super, super fun. So for this, I also like to always show, but one thing I will let you guys know is that you don't need this to gamify your life anymore, because we've been able to create the Make Work Fun app, and that's something we'll explore today in this video to show you exactly how that's done as well. Let's continue. Let's show you guys. So prioritize is, let's see, what's that? What's prioritize? Prioritize. Oh, okay. It's just showing you the breakdown section. So for prioritization, actually, I want to show you guys. This should be right here. So prioritization, time block. What is categorization? So prioritization is here. For some reason they are all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and put prioritization here. Targets, completed number. There we go. Categorization. Okay, difficulty completed. Give me one quick second. I'm just gonna move this around. I guess prioritization can be like this. Completed number should be like this. Target and completed. Difficulty and completed. Area is information. Oh, I guess area is categorization. That is information. You can see as we go along, we always get opportunities to improve this as well. So that's super amazing that I think we get a chance to do this. So I'm just gonna move all these up for a second, and then we can go ahead and clean this up. You can see we have a lot of properties now, and you don't need all of them if you're going to rebuild it, right? So I just want to show you guys what you might need to build and what you definitely don't need to keep if you are just building from scratch and you're not connecting to all these different databases that we're using. Okay, so this is there. Finally, we can move this like this. Okay, Make Work Fun. This family connection needs to be on Make Work Fun. I think I'm going to have one more section that just kind of, oh yeah, this is calculations in order to be full. Okay, so this is good. So let's move this down. Let's move this down. These are all calculations. Progress bar we can keep at the top, I think. Oh, and progress bar is also not needed to make this anymore. But again, I like our own design, so we can keep it like that. Let's go ahead and move along with this. So gamification, base gold. Okay, I think that's cleaned up a little bit enough. But anyway, prioritize is just our divider. So we can just call it prioritize is next, and it's just a divider. So anything with the arrow is just a divider. Section divider. Section divider, and this is always show. And then we have our focus. So whether or not it should be in our focus or not. So let's get that up and going. So focus. Is this something? Check it if this is something you're working on right now. There our views will immediately sort these items to the top of the prioritization list. Okay, and this is going to be always show as well. The next one is going to be about our priority. So priority basically gives us opportunities to select different priorities for us. Again, I use it for tasks only because I think it only matters for tasks, to be honest. But if you have other priorities, feel free to put them on for your other types of wins as well. Typically, I have these, lick the ice cream, eat the frog, first priority, and so on. And you can definitely learn more about that. I have some articles for that. But anyway, lick the ice cream. Lick the ice cream, eat the frog, first priority, first to fifth priority, bonus priority. We use priority for tasks only because typically, well, it's up to you, but how about this? Priority is most valuable for tasks since we have views to surface, to organize, to reorder your entries of priorities. Yeah, so I guess I'll take out task only here because I do think anyone can benefit from that. So let's take away from that as well. Let's go this way, and this is always show also. Lovely. Time block definitely is task only because it's action oriented. So time block is task only for sure. So time block is going to be task only. Or more blocks, right? Task only because it is more action orientated and expected to be completed within a specific time block. Okay, so this is going to be, I believe, not always show this one. These ones are going to be versus always show. This one is only hide when empty. Okay, so time block is hide when empty. Okay, perfect. Next one, we're going to talk about categorization. So categorization, I might even make one more section too. Okay, I'm gonna make a new section so you guys can see I'm gonna just improve this immediately. So we're gonna have a new section here that says this is completion state. Or maybe completion, no, completion like that. Then status should be under completion. Okay, I think status under completion. Impact should be under priority. Prioritize. So you prioritize by the focus, then the impact, then the priority. So like focus basically jumps the queue for this, and then time block is when you actually want to do it. Okay, so impact gets moved down. Impact gets moved down to this section. Okay, and then we have something called completion now. So we have this section called completion. And then what we're going to do is status actually gets moved down here, which is pretty cool actually, that we get a chance to tweak this like this. So it's completion, status, then we have difficulty. Because this is another point where I can have improvements. I want to show you guys a really cool improvement that we came up with. So everyone's been very confused about difficulty, right? Difficulty is the time that you spend building something, right? And are doing this task. But difficulty typically was only usable for our tasks, because tasks have a set time that you want to do it, and you want to do it within 10 chunks of time, which is roughly 5 hours. And the idea for difficulty start becoming a bit murky when you start talking about higher order entries in the success plan. So things that are like your projects, your key results, your goals, they might take way more than just 5 hours, right? Over the time that you're looking at it and spending time. So everyone started looking at difficulty as like, well, how difficult was this task to do, right? And again, that makes perfect sense. That should be, that makes a lot of sense actually. So, but I still wanted to keep, the time that you spent, working on it as something that is valuable to, to look at. So what I decided was I would split the difficulty into two components, right? One is difficulty as like, how hard was this? And then the other one, which is going to be the how much time did I spend on this? And those are going to be two different metrics that we're going to score. And so what we're going to do right now is we're going to call this one difficulty. For now, I'm just going to call this difficulty number. Oops, we already have that. So let me just grab that. Difficulty number is here. We have some numbers here. Now I'm still trying to figure out the best wording for this, but let me just duplicate this and I'll show you what I want to do. So that's difficulty. And then, okay, no, this is time. So this is how much time spent in 30 minutes. Tasks only. So time spent should be tasks only. And then difficulty, I still want to keep it like that. But I want to swap this to difficulty number, because then I want to use difficulty as the well, difficulty makes sense here. Okay, I will change the system itself to figure out what you should pick up instead. But yes, I digress. Let's move forward on this. So difficulty here, I want to change this and make this into numbers. So 1 is very easy. So you guys know exactly what it's supposed to be, right? So 2 is going to be easy. 3 is moderate. 3 is moderate. 4 is tough, hard, and then 5 is very hard. So now we have more specification that we can use to help ourselves figure out exactly how hard was a was an entry to do. And this is going to be open for every single different type of entry, right? So again, so difficulty is going to be something that we can see for everyone. So always show. And time spent is a task only one. Therefore, we're going to hide when empty. That's lovely. And then we're going to say time completed, tasks only. Time estimate, maybe it's better here. And then time completed is this one. So 1 is an estimate of how much time it will take to do, and then 1 is like actually like how much time it actually took to do. So I think that's pretty cool. Well, depends. Okay, time completed so far. Okay, so the idea was that if I pick 3, then this is actually the time that was actually completed. But people usually use the time estimate as your number anyway. So yeah, it depends how you do it. Again, I'm not going to go too deep into this right now, but I just want to show you guys this way of handling difficulty and time. They're 2 separate numbers now. That's awesome. And then now we're going to do categorization. Okay, so categorization is I'm going to use all these different ones as well. So categorization includes all these upstreams and etc. So let's go ahead and do that. Downstream weak. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to use this. So collaborators is also categorization, I believe. Share a family is here. Then we have all our details. Okay, these are all a lot of different calculation properties that you don't need to deal with right now. But I just want to show you the ones that you might want to have to interface with, because I think that's pretty important, and I can give you guys you know, some value with that. And then let's go ahead and start, you know, filling out the blueprints, and then from there we're going to go ahead and start building the success plan for Haku. And then let's go ahead and do this. So we have our time estimate difficulty. So let's rename these things. So we have completion, we have difficulty, which is how difficult was this entry to complete, right? How difficult is this entry to complete? Actually, I think I'll get rid of time completed. I don't think, yeah, I don't think that that's needed. So time. I'm just going to delete this. I don't think we need time completed. It was a nice idea before, but I don't think we need it now. Anyway, so time, task only. There we go. So let's duplicate this. Time, task only. Oops. Task only. And then we're going to say how long did this this task take? Report your time in 30-minute increments. And then this is always show, hide when empty, and then we will have the next things are just categorizations, and then we're gonna pause once we get to the make work fun, by the way, so that's fine. So just information is here. Information is going to be here. Details, I think, date details, punctuality. These are all things that we show this information. Okay, so information is, yeah, just as for showing. Okay, cool. And over time, we'll probably clean up the calculations as well, just to make it easier for you guys, because again, it's going to get easier and easier as time goes on. But so categorization has okay, that is typically time, that's only categorization. So I get that. Categorization is this one. This is section divider, which is always show. Then we have target number, completed number. So target number, completed number. Target number, completed number, and then we go ahead with the area. So I'm just gonna start organizing this a little bit. Area, subtype, goal area value and area value should be next to each other. Subtype, let me also start moving the divider up as well. So after categorization is going to be make work fun. So make work fun is right after. So let's just put that here for now. Okay, and then let's just keep it simple. So target number is if you need to complete X number of things, what is the target? How many things out of X have you already completed? Right, and this is going to be, I believe, hide when empty. There we go. Okay, area is select, which is also, I believe, I think all of these are hide when empty. Okay, areas always show, site type is always show. Okay, so let's move this like this. I think subtype is, yeah, categorization, but the highest level. Yeah, and an area and then value. The subtype is the highest level. What type of... Oh, awesome. So even actually the type can be moved down here now. So what type of it is a goal? I think tags should also move down here too. Yeah, so this keeps it simple. So type, subtype is right there. So type, move it down. So type, subtype. What? Okay, and then subtype could be like yeah, work, school, etc. So work, school, etc. But this is very optional, really. So this is optional. I'm gonna type it as optional. Okay, and then we have target, we have area now. So what area does this belong to? And this area I usually would just assign for the goal level, but it's okay if you want to assign for everything. But usually I don't, I make it simple and it's only for the goal. But okay, always show, always hide. I think area can also be something that is, yeah, area value, master and tracker. Okay, so let me just bring everything over. Area value. We have our research. So these are all the relations now. So research, relation. So downstream, upstream. That's those are roll-ups, sub areas, clears. Okay, this is a roll-up, that's a roll-up, that's a relation, recurring tasks. Again, all these relations you don't need if you're just going to build the success plan. These are just relations that help you keep these items organized with information. And I think we're going to actually even just pause here, right? And I'm going to show you guys, you know, exactly what we're going to do next. Let's double check the sub area, subtype rather. Subtype is customize page, subtype is always show. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so for now I'm gonna pause this building of this right here because I want to show you guys, like, already we've done a lot of specification and we're showing you guys, you know, how to, you know, how we're documenting every single you know, type of property. And now we're going to show you how to actually build that out inside your system as well, inside your new system. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to start building out this new system. I'm going to start here, but with a table, but we're going to start building a lot of views later as well. But usually, however I start building a system, I will always have a component page. So components, and I'm also, so I'm going to have a sub page here, and we'll call this one a new component, which is going to be the success plan, right? So success plan components. We're going to do a new page here. It's going to be called success plan, and we're going to make this a table first, so it's easier for us to see all the different, you know, all the different things that we have here. So first, let's rename this. We're going to call this all view, and usually for my all view, I really love having this infinity thing. So this is my all view, and there's no need for tutorials, so I just need to click all like that. Rename this. My all view basically allows me the opportunity to manage all the important properties, right? So this is where I start going like, hey, what's important to me, right? So the name, obviously, the description, So I need a description. So I'm gonna delete everything first. There we go. So name, text is a description. What else? We have a due date, of course. When are we working on this? So dates. So we're gonna call this due date. And then we're gonna have we don't have any hard deadlines, so I'm not gonna even put in due dates, but we're gonna put in closing dates. So date, closing date for sure. We're gonna not need tags, right? So only need it if you are tracking your XP and gold inside Notion only, and not with the make work fun app. Make work fun app. Okay, so for me, I am going to use a work fun app, so I don't care about closing dates. Okay, so we have prioritizations now that we can do. So prioritizations. So I'm going to say this is going to be a formula and prioritization. So because I have this already, I'm going to just grab it from here. Prioritization is going to look like this. I'm actually going to just copy this and put it inside our success plan blueprint as well, so you guys can get it too if you want it. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Here you go. Okay, so that's a section divider. Let's just put it here so that you guys can have it too if you need it. So section divider. Ooh. Interesting. I don't know what's the difference for that, but okay. So prioritization, then we want focus, impact, priority. These are all things that we want. So let's go checkbox, select, select, select. Okay, so let's do it. We want a checkbox, focus, and then we want to select, right? And then the select is going to be priority. So you can see it's really easy now to do this. That's the whole point of why we created this this academy, so that you can easily build out the system of your own dreams, right? So we have impact as well. Don't forget impact. So it's a select property that's called impact first. And then what we're going to do is also do time block task only. So there's also going to be a select time block task only, and we can see we already have a very, very nice looking metadata. So for completion, obviously we're going to need that as well. So for easiness sake, I'm going to just duplicate this property. So edit, duplicate, and this is going to be categorization. Again, I'm just going to copy and paste, or completion rather. I'm just going to copy and paste so it's easier. Again, a few select properties. So I'm just going to duplicate the select properties like this. So duplicate property. So we have 3 now. And then with these, I can use these and rename them. So we have 3 more: status. And then we have difficulty. And then we have time. Okay, so then these are all, again, 3 more properties that we can use. And just be careful when you're creating them in this table view. You might think you're organizing them well, but look, it's not actually like that. So you got to go ahead and go into this. Focus is here, then impact, then priority, completion status, time, and then time block, I believe it's like that. Yeah, status, difficulty, yeah, time, and time block. Excuse me. Oh. Yeah, time block can be here. Okay, cool. So those are already the basic ones. I think we're doing really well already. Let's just keep going and finish it up. So we have some categorization now. Obviously we need type. So let's build it from here. I like it better. So let's build it from here. So duplicate this. We're going to call this one our categorization. And then what we want to do is we want to get a select, a multi-select. I don't think we need a subtype for this one, so we're just gonna do a select for type, and then we're not even gonna do, we need target and completed number for sure, and then we also need area for sure. So let's go ahead and grab those things. So we have our so type, subtype, so a select property. So we're gonna just duplicate this. Duplicate again, and this one is going to be about type. Okay, so we have type now, and then we're going to go ahead and build out the target number, which is just a number. Okay, this is area first. Let's do area, and then we can delete this for now, and then we have number. So target number. And then we have completed number. So we just duplicate this, and then we have completed number. Perfect. So that's target number, that's completed number, and that's our area. And I think we're gonna pause here for now because we have already a lot of basic information. I will show you how to use these formulas. Like, these are not here for nothing. These are actually very useful, and they're gonna be needed when we actually go ahead and build our views. So that's something definitely to be excited about. But for now, let me just quickly go into here. So categorization, then we have our type, then we have these things. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, cool. So we have the success plan done. And of course, the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to add definition to options for type. So we have goal, and then we have key results. For me, I call them achievements now as well. I'm going to explain why. We're going to also add projects. Project, not S. Project. And then we have path. Okay, so goals, key results, project, and task. And personally, I really like following the color of each of those things. So goals are going to be yellow, key results are green, purple, and we have task as red. Actually, that's up to you how you want to do colors, but I've really just gotten accustomed to these colors for myself, but feel free to change the colors however you want. So yellow, and then this is green. Actually, I might even change out. So goals could be green, yellows could be, key results could be that. Projects, definitely I like to be brown. And then task, the individual task to get there is red, because it's most immediate. Maybe this could be purple. No, achievements could be purple, and then this can be this can be yellow. Again, it's up to you completely, actually. I do have certain colors that I like, but feel free to use them however you want. But definitely the status property is the color I think you cannot do differently, in my opinion, because the status colors really help you identify what's most important. So status colors, how I do it is, gray, red, purple. This is yellow in progress, and green is complete. So we have backlog, ready to start. We have block in progress and complete. And then here we have this. So backlog, blocked. So ready to start, I love to be red. Blocked is purple for sure. In progress is yellow, and complete is going to be green. There we go. Easy, right? Now we have everything here. We can start already building these views. So first thing is we want to build a board view to group by our type. So we can see all our different types. We're going to color our columns so we can see everything. I'm going to hide the no type because there shouldn't be no type. So this is where we start planning everything, right? So this is going to be our all view, but with planning. So this is at a glance. So at a glance is everything that is under here. And then what we're going to do is at a glance, yeah, later on we can do individual pages for each one of these things. But let's see. Yeah, let's just keep it simple. So at a glance is fine. Okay, so then I'm also gonna add a trophy here. So for success plan, that's how it looks. Perfect. So at this point, I'm going to actually invite Claudia over, and we're going to start planning out some success plan items for Haku. I think it'll be really nice for us to kind of think about what does success mean for our doggo, right? And how can we get there, right? Which is going to be the key results, projects, tasks. And we're going to riff off each other a little bit to talk about this. I think it'll be super fun. Claudia, do you want to join us? Awesome. You can grab a chair perhaps from outside, and then you can come in. And in this time, please drink water, stay hydrated. This part is going to be super fun. I'm so excited to build this out together with you guys. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't noticed, we have new merch. This is this quarter's merch. You control what you do today. It's a message I love. It's from L Control, right? Which is our system to help you take life control. I just love this message because it gives me a lot of I guess clarity over the things that I can really focus on during the day, and know that anything that my reality is shaped by what I pay attention to. So if I choose to pay attention to certain things, I have more control over that, whether it be my reaction to it, my emotional reactions, my feelings, the way that I might even move forward on something that I'm stuck on. Having your attention and focusing on certain thing is like the greatest superpower you can have. So 100% recommend it. You can check it out. Actually, all our current merch over at toolbox.coextreme.com. We have the L Control T, we have our Ventures bag, and we have one more thing that's going to replace the Level Up hoodie that's going to be releasing this weekend. So definitely stay tuned. Super excited about that. And Claudia also helped put these things together. So I appreciate that.
Vivian.
And Vivian as well. Yes, Vivian, amazing. Vivian actually designed the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, super amazing.
She did the dragon.
She did the dragon, yeah. Oh, I did the dragon. The dragon was mine. Yeah.
Oh, like in the past, but like she designed the top.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wait, actually, let's just refresh this message. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, the dragon, super cute, so cute.
Did she put little people on it? I think she did.
Oh, she put little people on it, yeah. So I had little people on the original design, right? But then she took the little people and moved them around. Let me show you guys. It's so cute. So little people are everywhere on the bag. Yeah. So cute, so cute. Okay, cool. Digression over. Let's get back into it. Do you want to move in a bit? You're not in camera view. And you
It's
can also
intentional.
move up. Aye, it's okay. We'll also lift up a bit if you want. Okay, cool. So I have already some specification, I guess, for what what Haku goals could be. But maybe I want to hear from you, like what do you think Haku's goals should be? What is a goal of a doggo?
I think to simplify it, like his goal is to be a good boy, because that's his number one reward, right?
Be a good boy.
Every time he does something well, we reward him with a what a good boy.
Good boy,
What a
good boy, good boy.
What else? To be a healthy boy.
Okay. Be a healthy boy. Okay.
You spelled it wrong the first time.
Yes, exactly. It needs to be boy like this. Okay, those are two amazing goals.
I think to be a friendly boy.
Be a friend.
No. No.
Friendly boy. Okay.
There's also three that I thought about. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. So some additional ones I thought about was live long, which is helpful one, right? Self-sufficient is super funny. Okay, I'll explain it to you guys what this means, but let me just put that first. Be self-sufficient. I think it's a super funny
No more
one.
kibble for him. He's gonna go hide in the world.
I know it's funny, right? Like, but yeah, we'll explain. Trust us. So I think at this stage, I want to show you guys one more property that we haven't mentioned before, which is upstream and downstream. The upstream and downstream basically means that we're showing you exactly how it connects to the next item that needs to help make it happen. So a goal is contingent on this key results, right? The goal is the why, right? I want to be a good boy. The key results will be what exactly it means to be a good boy. Then when you have what it means to be a good boy, you need projects to help you get there, right? How do you get there? And then from projects, then you have a summation of tasks that you need to do. So first I'm going to add this relation. We're going to say it's related to my own thing. So the success plan. So related to this own database, it's going to be no limit. Separate directions is two-way modeling. So yes, we want to have separate directions. So it goes back to each other, right? You see? And then this is going to be upstream. And then this is going to be downstream. We're going to add this relation. So we're going to have two immediately, right? So what happens is now we're going to want to create our key results that are downstream. So being a good boy, what would mean that Haku, like what does it mean for Haku to be a good boy?
I think something that he's working on right now is not peeing whenever he's afraid.
Okay. So not peeing when afraid. Okay.
Comes to us when he's afraid of something.
Oops. Here we go. Coming to us when afraid.
Learning how to fetch.
Okay, learning how to fetch.
And bring it back to us.
Okay, so fetch.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where I'm gonna say is very cool. What do they call fetch level 1? And what I mean by this is there's different levels of fetch, right? Like if you fetch it one time, you're not done fetching, right? And this is a great analogy for real life as well, by the way. If you just do something one time, like have you really mastered that, right? So when we're looking for mastery, I like to really go ahead and start talking about like level 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever level of mastery. And thankfully for dogs, it's quite simple, right? At least in my opinion. Level 1 is like, hey, no distractions, he'll do the thing. Yeah, no distractions, he can not pee when he's afraid. Like maybe we'll figure that out, right? But like with more distractions, with more chaos happening around him, is he still able to maintain that level of tranquility, right? And still follow commands. So that's something that's gonna be pretty cool to explore as well. So definitely that's something that's really important. So not peeing when afraid, like how many times will it take for us to say like that's like, yeah, he's got it down.
I thought about it more so of like a 10-day sober type of thing.
10-day sober, okay, explain.
And then you yeah, and then if it happens again, you reset the clock. I do think that it's something that will continue to happen until he's fully grown, because it's something that's related to his bladder and how as a puppy he just has little to no control over it. Yeah, and when he ages, and when we all age, you eventually lose control over your bladder yet again.
Right. So we go from you go from children to adults back to child.
Yeah.
Basically.
So I do think that the structure, there's no number he has to hit, but it's more so maintaining that once he becomes an adult.
So this is a good question that a lot of people ask, in the community and people who are in productivity circles, period, right? Is, if we're about maintenance, right? How do you mark that as a win? When do you figure out that, hey, I'm actually winning right now, and because it's done in some meaningful way? Like, what is a win then?
I don't know if like it's like a recurring task, right? You're not done. Tomorrow you have to shower again. Tomorrow you have to make your bed again. It's about being consistent.
Yeah, so okay, let's talk about being consistent, right? Because I think that's super interesting. Is when I'm talking about key results, and this is where I'm going to add in like one insight that I had recently, which was key results actually can be meant as achievements that we complete. And why I talk about achievements is that, you know, a lot of key results nowadays, like at least for me, it's hard for me to be motivated by saying like, hey, I must get this done by this date, because a lot of these things are out of my control, right? For example, if I'm saying, hey, I must have Haku be able to not pee when he's afraid by tomorrow, dude, that's out of my control. That's for him to figure out and for us to kind of slowly nurture him through all the different projects we're going to do, whether it be, you know, going through schooling, professional schooling, whatever it might be for him. So, but when it does happen, I want that to give us like a huge boost of like, wow, amazing, that has happened for us, and that's awesome. And of course, the maintenance things afterwards, like regression, is something that could potentially happen as well. But what I want to do is celebrate the moment that it happened, and also like start setting in stone the different recurring things that we can do to maintain that progress. So how I would categorize this actually, Claudia, and maybe let me know if this makes sense because I want to bounce this off of you, is the key result is for the first few times he does it, right? Hey, someone screamed at him or someone jumped in front of him and he didn't pee, he didn't freak out. That's one success, right? If he has 3 of those successes, then we consider that like he's got it down at like a level 1, level 2 stage. Then level 3, what that means is like he's got it down for a month. Level 4 is like he's got it down for like longer. Like, and maybe not those exact numbers, but the idea is that like we want to, like, just like how when you're giving them treats, right? You give them a lot of treats for the first time they do something, but then as they get more accustomed to doing the thing, you give less treats. It's not that they don't get any appreciation for that at all. And of course, if they ever regress, then we have to redo the treat process again. But the idea is that we want to give him that, you know, gratification, I guess in this case, in the system, gratification of him being able to actually get that thing done. Does that make sense? Yeah.
I'm curious though, like for us, when you use the success plan, you're able to gamify the process. Given that he's not using the interface himself, how is he being rewarded?
Oh, we give him treats when he gets the key results.
This is all food motivated.
I mean, for us, it's gonna be gamification motivated. For him, maybe it's gonna be food. Like somehow we're going to translate this to treats. Affection, yeah. No, but I think this is really good because, you know, we're taking training classes right now for Haku, and we're learning a lot that, and I think Claudia, you see this a lot too, is that, you know, sometimes they do an action really good, and we need to remember, oh my gosh, he's doing a really good thing, like, and we need to reward him for that. We need to praise him for that, right? We tend to forget often because, you know, oh yeah, we want, like, the end goal for him is we want him to be an obedient boy, and he's obedient, great, right? But we have to praise him for that. We have to remember to give him that praise, and same for children as well, obviously, too.
Yeah, we were joking about how, like, if this works for, you know, taking care and raising a dog, I envision Conrad would do this for kids in the future.
I mean, like, if I can make parenting fun and also fun for the kids as well, right? Why not? I think that's something that's valuable. I think that that's something we can, you know, push forward. But anyway, all things aside, I think now we have some ideas of what levels mean, right? So I'm just going to say legend. Level 1 is no distraction. Plus, like, you know, done one time, right? As example. Was 1x. Moderate distraction plus like 3x. Heavy distraction plus like 10x. Like if you can do it 10 times with heavy distraction, I think that's pretty good. What do you think?
I do think that what you can consider is, are you going to sync this with what the trainer classifies as level 1, level 2?
Yes.
He describes level 1 as, okay, no distraction, and level 2 meaning moderate distraction, but he doesn't count the number of times.
He counts time, actually, right? 2 minutes of sitting.
He counts duration, but he doesn't count the frequency of it.
How
he jumps straight to, like, oh, when Haku could do level 2 once, okay, let's do level 3 now, but we don't iterate on level 2 as many times before progressing forward. You see, we went right straight from level 1 to level 2 to level 3 in one sitting because he could do it in one time.
The first time, yeah.
Yeah, he could do it the first time.
Yeah.
So he progressed, by our trainer's terms, he progressed from level 1 to 3 in one shot without having to hit a certain frequency.
I get what you're saying completely, and I would say that okay, how about this, right? Like, let's say I'm coaching someone, and I'm talking about sports, right? And someone comes in and they show that they have some, like, they can very consistently hit something, the ball, and get to a certain spot. I assume that they've practiced a lot because in front of me, they've been able to do it 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Then they can move on to the next level and let's try something different. And let's see what else I can teach you, right? That's my take on what happened at the trainer. It wasn't that like, hey, you can just jump as long as you, but he still did it a few times, right? Like he did it once, sure, but he showed that he was ready to do it once and there was no pushback. So I think there's three levels, right? Distraction plus frequency, duration. Sorry, this is what times
I
frequency.
think the reason why I'm
duration.
asking, like, even mentioning this is because, does he not progress if he doesn't hit the number of frequency, but he's able to do level 3? He's able to handle situations where there are heavy distractions, but he hasn't hit 3 counts of level 2.
If it's not consistent, then it's not good. My take on it.
Okay, so I mean, whether it's, I agree it should be consistent, but as an actual measurement of how he's moving forward, do we not touch level 3 task at all if he's still only doing level 2 tasks twice?
You see, this is so interesting, by the way, and I hope everyone at home is also appreciating this conversation because, like, this is exactly what happens for real life as well, right? Like, do I move on to my next skill if I am not, like, mastered it in all areas, right? Let's talk about, like, playing... Oh, let's talk about sewing, right? Like, handicrafts and, handling fabrics. At what level of sewing would you say you're at, right?
Oh, you know what's very interesting was that for my first project, and oddly enough, a lot of peers, right, get dazzled by certain fabrics. Like, oh, silk is so beautiful. Let me make my first shirt out of silk. And then you start the project and you start hating your life because of a massive skill jump. It's too challenging for the very first thing that you're gonna do.
So when do you jump to silk? Like, when do you figure out, like, I'm level silk now?
So for myself, right, I did that. The first shirt I made, I tried to make it out of silk, and then that caused some real distaste for it, so I avoided it for so long.
Right.
So for myself, I only got back into it recently. And I think I became more comfortable in switching the kind of skill levels is when I approach it with a certain degree of care, like carefulness. In the past I was like treating them it's like approaching a problem with the same solution all the time, but once you recognize that you have to be more gentle, you can't tug, you can't pull, you gotta let the fabric do what it wants. Once I acquired that knowledge, right, I was like, oh, okay, you just have to see how it behaves and then you test.
Right.
But if I didn't acquire that mental model, I would essentially be always approaching any kind of fabric with the same sort of like...
The same way.
Yeah, like you handle it the same way. Yeah.
Okay, so I completely agree with you that sometimes jumping to the next level isn't really about like building a strong foundation. I think there's two ways. Okay. You have to build a strong foundation either way, right? But it's about first principles. It's not to say like, hey, I will always do something this exact way. That's not principles to me, but our foundation. But the foundation is like, hey, this is how I have to think about handling different materials, which is what you're just talking about, right? I think for... Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. No, that's cool.
No, I think for dog training, I think it's somewhat similar in the sense that like he's not actually learning like
First principles.
No, he is learning first principles. He's saying, hey, when trainer tells me to do something and moves my butt a certain way, or moves my paws a certain way, and I do it, I get rewarded, right? So he's learning that first principle. He's not actually learning like we can't expect him like, hey, just because he knows how to sit on a sidewalk, he'll know how to sit like in a car, for example. I don't know. No, he does.
I think you should do the pee pad. It's like if he is peeing in the room here on the pee tray, he might be thinking that, oh, like what is correct or what I should be doing is peeing in the room. He's not associating it to the pee pad.
Exactly.
So when we bring him out of the house
Exactly.
to someone else's house, he sees a pee pad there, but there's no correlation to, oh, this is where I need to do my business.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go to town on the whole house, which is exactly what he did last night.
Yeah.
So that's something that we learned. But I thought something very interesting to consider was that I had wanted to pursue fashion design and sewing. Sewing was a new skill I had always wanted to do since I was 8. I was always told by my school that, hey, you can't learn that now. You need to learn your foundation first. Do mathematics, Chinese science, and history and economics and all that. You need to get this right up to the age of 16 before you can actually study what you want to study.
Right.
And then I pieced out when I was 16 because I was like, I just hit this milestone and you're still not letting me learn what I want to learn. So I'm leaving.
You see, that makes a lot of sense too. And I resonate. I mean, obviously, I fully resonate, right? Like, sometimes we are told to learn certain things that may not seem relevant to our end goal. And the connection is not exactly that clear. And ultimately, again, they'll say like, "Hey, we're building a foundation," right? That's what they all say.
Building character.
Yeah, building character, building a foundation. So I think what we can do here. How about this? Let's continue writing out these different successful items, and then we'll go back to like this level definition, because I do think there's something interesting there for us to observe, and I want to get back to that right after.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do that, because there's still a few things I want to add here, which is like templating and stuff, because I want to show you guys exactly how to then make this metadata even more vibrant. So let's go ahead and let's put again, let's put a few more key results, right? So fetch, again, I'll put the levels in later, but fetch for sure, right? Not being unafraid. Can you give me some,
Healthy boys?
wait, is good boy is still like, for example, like I had these heal sit, like all
Yeah,
these
I think
commands.
so. I mean, fetch is basically a command.
Right.
So that means he cannot ever reach this. He's gonna be doing this for quarters, man. Like, quarters and quarters. Because he has so many commands he needs to learn.
Okay, so be a good boy level 1.
Oh no!
Like there's stages of being a good boy, right? Oh, being an okay boy, being a good boy, being a great boy.
Okay. I must strive to be moderate. I'm gonna strive to be mediocre. Why is that a goal? I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be an okay founder.
I'm gonna be
That's
a
my
fashion
goal.
designer.
I'm gonna be an
and
okay fashion designer.
No.
That's gonna motivate me. No! I know! I wanna strive to be mediocre. I don't wanna be the best fashion designer. I wanna be the bestest good boy.
I understand and I agree. I think the perspective that I might go at this is we need different quarters. We need different ways of seeing how someone is progressing through their stages. Like if I were to say it as like my personal, right? Like I would pick what sort of good boy I want to be.
So be specific about
Yeah.
I initially I thought be brave. Meaning less
Exactly.
afraid.
Yeah, exactly. Those things.
Won't
Yeah.
be everywhere. But then that's got nothing to do with fetch. So
No. So then you remove fetch, right?
Yeah.
Simple. Okay. I
be
get.
a brave boy.
Be a brave boy. That's better. That's much better, right?
Okay.
And then we have another one is be obedient, level 1.
I mean, obedience, right, refers to just whether he listens to us or he follows instructions, right?
Be tricky.
What?
Be tricky boy.
Tricky?
Like tricks.
Difficult?
No tricks. Like you can, sit, up. Like it's so interesting. By the way, guys, like I'm just trying to show you guys, like this is like the live perspective of like how you should brainstorm your success plan. Like it's actually a very fun experience, and I hope it to be fun for you too, because like when you're going through a success plan, when you're going through life, like life's tough enough as it is, but you can start thinking about these things as like very enjoyable, like different ways of seeing how one could potentially structure their life and what aspirations you might have. I think that's just a wonderful thing, and I would really suggest everyone to go through this process at once and maybe use this as a guide for yourself, like how we think about it for Haku, and that's fun, right? But how might you want to think about it too? Okay, so brave boy, tricky boy, we need one for obedience for sure. Hello.
I wanted him to be part of it.
Hi, boy. So this is Haku. Say hello. He's so big already.
Oh, so heavy.
Yeah, he is a 5-month-old Samoyed. He's such a big boy. Good boy. Good boy. I love you too. You see? Good boy.
Come on, get us the views.
It's a taco. It's a taco. It's a taco. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a taco.
Okay.
I just want one for obedience. One more for obedience, and then we can put fetch and everything under that. Yeah. What would it be?
Yeah.
Okay, and by the way, right now I'm just gonna start showing the upstream so you can see like how things are connected. So be brave boy is connected to these things, and then you can go on and so forth.
Oh. The recall, right?
Oh, recall is super good. But again, I still need one more goal to help handle the
You're blocking the dog.
I'm so sorry. Sorry. My live stream has been taken over. It's a dog stream now. That's correct. Sorry. Yeah, okay, cool. So what I want to do here is take this out. Okay, so downstream be tricky boy. Oh wait, this is I'm self-relating. That's so funny. Yeah, okay, fetch is what I'm looking for. One more. Be a basic level of good dog. Like I still think there's a basic
So
like
many
good dog.
goals.
Like what is basic good? What is basic good? Like you have a goal for go to like high school, then university, right? And then
But
like,
my definition of good is very different now because in the past, right, I've had very difficult dogs.
yeah.
So when he yelps and barks a bit, you're like flipping your shit. And then I
Not
think about like my past dogs, right? Like you're so well behaved, you're already a good boy.
Different definitions of good boy, exactly, which is why goal system is great.
Oh, you're so amazing.
Yeah, I mean that's why a goal system is great, right? Like that's the whole point, in my opinion. Yeah.
So well behaved.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't hump other dogs. But maybe that's friendly. Friendly, but not too friendly.
Okay. Wait, I should put that in. That's funny. Don't hump other dogs. Again, different levels, of course. Like, yeah. Yeah, okay, let's just finish this process and then we'll show people how to go. But yeah, this as examples. Brave boy will be this, fetch boy will be these. And backlog, this is going to be so this is, you see, this process, when I'm clicking on these things, you don't need to do it if we can have a template. And I'm going to show templates in a second, right? But okay, so this is it. So we have projects. So projects is going to be we have the
Training school.
Training school.
6 weeks.
Yeah, training school. I'm gonna do downstream instead as this process. Okay, downstream. So training school, 6-week training school. So we have already been taking him to that. 6-week training school. What other projects do we have? So I had some examples, which is like, I don't know what eating is. Okay, I don't have any more examples.
Wait, did you delete everything?
Yeah. Oh wait, shoot. I had like,
Yeah, you had
Tricks and
other stuff too, like
Sorry.
all the commands.
yeah. Oh, well, also, I want to show you guys something really cool. Okay, so this is cool. So let me get this view, right? I'm gonna start plugging it into here as an example, just to show you all the different all the different aspirations we have, right? So we're gonna go here, link view. We can copy the at a glance view, and then what we can do actually is just take all of this and go boom. Now we it's all here, so it saves a lot of time. So let's just go ahead and delete all this, and I'll delete this for now because I will reorganize this in a second. Anyway, so that's all there. We probably need some connections in a bit, but for now we're okay. So what else? Cyclically training school. We also want him to. I'm watching a masterclass, right? Masterclass. Training masterclass. What else can we do?
Okay.
Projects.
Under self-sufficient, becoming
Influencer.
He's getting free stuff already here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Wait.
insane.
Get 100 followers
Oh my
on
God.
Instagram. Yes. Plug Haku Smiles.
It's you.
Yeah. So that's one. Yes, that's under self-sufficient. So let's go ahead and grab that. So 100 follows on Instagram. Lovely.
It's not just the followers, I think. It's the amount of partnerships he gets also.
Get 5 free toys a month.
Yeah, 5 toys every month.
Okay. Get 3 free toys. Yeah. That is good. I mean, not just toys. I want him to like get his own food and stuff. Please get some food. Yes.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Go get your own food.
I'll get you people.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are examples. Get three toys. Okay. Cool. Any other projects? I feel like we need more projects. I don't know what's something's missing there.
I think every time we take him on a walk, it's training. So, would that count as a project?
Oh, at home training, you mean? Yeah, that makes sense. At home training.
Huh? Oh yeah. Like when we have
Like this is school training, is home training. Yeah. Home training. Oh, I mean obviously the Instagram account. Instagram launch Instagram. Oh, this is easy. Okay, so after launch Instagram, we'll also have this like creating a success plan, right? So meta. Success plan. Okay, so those are things that are really good. Healthy boy, something about eating, right?
Endurance also.
Endurance.
Walking. Like how long he can walk each time.
Oh, I have so many things. Okay, bike joring is a project I want to do at some point, right? By the way, that means like the dog will pull your bike. Super fun. I will recommend. And then we also want running, walking, running. Oh, play as well. Like he does like the playing with fetch and stuff like that.
It's gonna overlap with commands then.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like projects should overlap,
Okay.
right? How about socializing? Play dates. Oh, no. Make one friend. No, you know what I mean, right? Like a project around having playmates, but like we need to constrain it to like just 3 for this quarter and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he gonna have affection scores for his playmates?
Oh my gosh, I can do my network for playmates. Oh my god, I can show everything about the system. You're so good. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. Like a human.
He has no idea.
Such a good boy. Yeah.
So what's Samson? Samson's gonna be your favorite friend?
Okay,
Little
so
brother?
go over to Samson's house, which was yesterday, and we can hand that in, right, as an example. This is going to be backlog. Oh, that's in progress for now. And then this is going to be a task.
What's wrong?
Anything moving?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. All slimy from Samson's spit. We just met we went to a friend's place and they have a Samurai as well called Samson. And they were playing
He's so
all
long,
night.
I think half of him needs to be on you.
Okay.
I'll take them back. Oh,
Strip
support
them a
the
bit.
head.
Sure, yeah, I got it. Okay. Hi. This is a very interesting turn of the stream. Anyway, okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna show you maybe 2 or 3 more things. The next thing I'm gonna show you is how to do a template to handle all these things. I'm also gonna show you how to make this look more pretty. And then the last thing is I'm gonna show you how to make views, and I think that would be a good stream for us to kind of end off. So roughly around like 10-15 more minutes. But it's so exciting, guys. I'm so happy to have this opportunity to do this build with you guys, right? So let's go ahead and start looking at tasks as well. So we have Samson's house, right? That's a task. Let's put it here. But you can see it's already pretty painful to start adding things in. That's why I created something called templates. So let's go ahead and look at the templates. So we have new awesome goal, new awesome key results, all these different ones, doesn't matter. Let's just do task, project, key results, and goal. So what I'm going to do right now first is I'm going to go ahead and make these templates. So new template, new goal, and it's going to be a rocket ship. So rocket, like this is my new goal. And then what we're going to do, new goals are always going to be goals like this. New goal status is always going to start in backlog. Difficulty is, I mean, it's up to you, however you want the difficulty to be, but I will add a difficulty here just for you guys to get started. So let's put some options. So 1 is very easy, 2 is easy, 3 is moderate, 2 easy, 3 is moderate, 4 is hard, and then 5 is very hard. Look at me. Yeah, I only have one hand now. I'll be just slow down by
Okay,
half.
hold on. We might rethink
No,
this.
it's fine.
I'll sit him up.
Better for the
Camera.
He's so big. He's like longer than you already.
Oh.
Like your torso. Wow. He's actually huge. Good boy. Good boy.
You're the size of a human.
Okay, so new goals. Let's just put moderate as always the starting point. There's no time, so we can hide that basically. Hide when empty, so that's hidden. Area we choose. These things also hide when empty. These things also hide when empty. There we go. And then what we can do here is impact. I always want to have some sort of impact variable. So usually the way I like to do it is 10x, 5x, 5x, 2x, 1x, and then 1x, then 0.5x. That's only half. Well, what's going on? So there's 1x right here. Okay, and then we can go from small to large. So usually I'd say something to be valuable should at least be 1x. I put the 0.5 because it helps me orientate myself. Like, hey, if I'm spending too much time on something, you know, it doesn't make sense. Oops, what's going on? 1.0x, 2.0x, and this is 5.0x. Okay, perfect. So that priority, again, no time block needed for this because I can always hide that. And then priority, what we can say here is priority is, let's look at how I normally do priority. Oh, again, actually, we can use our here. So priority is here. So lick the ice cream, eat the frog, etc., etc. Okay, so lick the ice cream, eat the frog. I think priority should be a yeah, it should be only for tasks. I mean, personally, I don't use it for anything but tasks. Eat the frog first priority and then bonus priority. Okay, I'm just gonna hide these for now because priority I think should hide when empty. So you can see it's getting very, very clean. I love it. It's getting super clean.
I'm the healthy boy, brush teeth.
Right. Brush teeth is our thing. So brush.
Let parents brush
Oh,
teeth.
toilet? Is it toiletry? No, grooming. Grooming.
Oh.
Yeah, grooming. So we need to go ahead and groom him like once a day, once every other day, and stuff like that. That's super important. So yeah, so new goal. That's awesome. So we have all these things in already. And then what we're gonna do now is also add some things to the page. So I want to show you guys how that page looks like for us. So for new awesome goal, I have all these amazing templates here. For motivators, what are the fears this doesn't happen, the downstream items, the notes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you like just simply, I'm going to make this downstream. Okay, so actually one thing I'm going to show you as well is how I start making the synced blocks. So this is the original database. So original database. So this is sync blocks. And then we're going to have downstream like this. So this is going to be the template. So you can already see I'm showing you exactly how I would build this template from scratch even, right? So downstream is like this, and then we're going to need an upstream one later. But for now, downstream, let's go ahead here. I'll just paste and sync. So now we have a synced view. And downstream, we're going to go ahead and throw in a view for this. So you can see that we have a few views we can do. I'm just going to go ahead and grab this async views. It's like this. Sync blocks maybe even better actually. Yeah, sync blocks. And then we have dashboards. And then we have after this. Are you trying to move?
No, I'm trying to get my phone.
And then we have our templates. Okay, so this is for all templates. So all templates will have upstream and downstreams. So let's go ahead downstream. We're also going to do a similar one for upstream as well. So let's go ahead and just do upstream. We're almost there. So upstream at some point. We definitely need a view here. So we're going to say this is for our so I'll double check this. Yeah, to do and done for our new goal. New goal. This is for key results. So we're gonna go ahead and get a view for this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make this view quickly in front of you just to show you guys how it looks. So we're gonna create a linked view. We're gonna use the all view for a second. I'm gonna hide this, and we're gonna call this one to do. And you're gonna see how I actually have this already in the blueprint, right? So new awesome goal. We have this to do. Wow, there's a lot of things here. I think I'll just break it down easily for you guys, and I'm going to call it manage key results. No, I won't make a new one for now. Let's just put a new one here. Duplicate, and we're going to say downstream. Let's call this one, yeah, new goal downstream key results. Let's call it this way. So I'm going to show you how I would name this. This is a type, it's going to be a table. The purpose of this is to show the key results to be done, right, for this goal. Then we have filters. So obviously we have type filter. So I'll show you type is filter, and all these like it's not empty stuff we don't need anymore with this new update. So I want to show you why with this new update of Notion. So we're going to do tables, properties. We're going to not need everything. Let's again see what we need here. So properties are punctuality, impact, name, description, target number, downstream progress bars. Okay, that's still pretty good. I think I will take the downstream progress bar as well. So I'll show you how to do that. But let's go ahead and get description, due date, closing date. We don't need focus. Actually, focus could be interesting. So let's keep focus. Now, type we don't need because it's obvious. Area we would need. Downstream we need. Categorization we can take away. Time we don't need. Difficulty not in here. Status also we could use here, I think. That's the close. Yeah, status is the first thing actually. So status. The status, let's just copy this completely actually. So status, punctuality, impact, name, impact, name, description, target number, completed number, due date, due date, closing date, and then we have priority. We don't need priority. Don't need time block, don't need completion. Area for sure. And downstream and focus. I think focus should be in the front. Okay, cool. So now we have that, and the filter definitely needs to be on if the type is even a key result. Save for everyone. I just realized key results is not spelled properly. So key result should be like this. And then we're gonna go back. And then impact. So we have impact here. So ideally impact is not empty. So we go ahead every time we put in a new one, we already have impact. So set as default for only on this to-do view. Okay, that's lovely. We have our description, we have target number, we have completed number. And then we have our due dates, our closing dates, our area. Area, I think we can also move up front. Actually, all the areas of this should be the same. So areas we can move in the back. They should all be the same anyway. Okay, cool. Impact, I'll just put this at 1 for now. But now whenever I add a new one, actually no, this is wrong. So this new, it's not a new goal for this default. That's default, only on to-do view. Because for these ones, it should be new key result, which will also have its own downstream and upstream, but I'll show that in a second. So to do, basically I'll put a little light bulb here. So light bulb, and then we'll have our done. I want to add 2 more things first before we go ahead. I'm going to add our downstream progress bar. So downstream progress bar, downstream progress bar, and I'll show you what that is. So downstream progress bar, we will have this like, where is downstream progress bar? Yeah, there we go. Okay, downstream average. So this is where we're going to need this, these properties. Yeah, let's forget that for now. I think that's too complicated. Let's just keep it simple, get it done. So we have impact, we have this. Let's duplicate this, and then we're going to say done. So completed. So I think it's just done. Yeah, so it's just done. Done is a check mark, and it's just everything again the same. So that's awesome. Okay, so let's do done. Check mark. Check mark or mark. Just like that. Okay, we have to do and we have done, and to do obviously then we just need to filter out is key result and add a filter is status is not complete. Say for everyone. I also really like the idea of having this grouped on the impact. So I'm going to do that. And we're actually going to have the highest impact first. So you can see it easily. And then we're going to sort this by the closing date. Oh, sorry, by the due date. Actually, I have a bunch of sorts already. So due date and impact. Ascending and impact. Descending. Okay, perfect. So now I have this view. You can see that everything is sort of real nice. And on this one, I do want to see what group there is. There's no group here yet as well. So I think what we can do here is when it's actually done, I just want to see I'm going to delete this for a second. When it's actually done, I just want to see, yeah, I don't need impact anymore because there's already impact here. Okay, we're going to duplicate this. We're going to call it done, and we're going to have a mark. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take away the grouping, I think. Nah, it's not. We're going to keep the grouping, but the filter, we can just say is complete. And that will just be the end of it. And then we have everything here. And we can see things that need to be done and things that are done already. Okay, last thing I want to do here is just to make sure that we have all of these properly handled, in the sense that I want to make all the templates. So for now, I'm just going to put all of them in 10x, by the way, just so I have them all here. But I want a template for new key result as well. So I want to do new key results. Let's duplicate this. New key result. And this one is going to be a diamond. Like this. And then for new key results, what we can do is we can also add the completed target numbers. I believe if I put zeros, okay, it doesn't work like that. So completed. So target number is 1. Let's say, and completed number is 1. Should I do that? I wanted to show. Yeah, I think it's fine. Let's just keep it at 0. But definitely, I want those numbers to be filled out by the user. So there's downstreams and then there's upstream. So I'm going to add upstream here as well. So this one has upstreams also. This one is upstreams. Okay, so upstream is going to be your goals and key results. Your goals rather. So we have upstreams here, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to double check how it looks like here. So let's go ahead and check out new awesome key result. Yeah, upstream is our goals, downstream is our projects. And I'm just going to copy this and then paste it up here. And then now this filter, again, super easy. I just need to switch to goal, save that, and then I'm going to remove target and completed number because there's no need for that in your goals. And then for goals specifically, we don't need, oh, good, downstream is fine. Okay, cool. So I think that is a really good start. And again, usually I would also hide anything that's not 2x or above. So I only show 10x and 5x. If it's anything less than that, it's not really worth doing, in my opinion. So I'm going to group it, and even within this 2, 1, 0, actually 2 can be shown. So 2, 5, and 10 is shown. And everything else is hidden. And then the same thing for here. We have 2, 5, and 10 to be shown. So let's go ahead and do that grouping. There we go. Oops, I wanted to show 2. And then same thing, I think, for the ones here. So the filter is here, key result complete. The sort is the same. That's wonderful. So all we need to do is a grouping here. Okay, so this is not key result, this is projects now as well. So just quickly, I'm going to do that. So type, this is project. And then filter, this type is project as well now. So you can see a lot of work goes into the system, like insane amount of work. And a lot of these things, as you can see, hopefully from this building, you can build it, right? You can build a basic version of the success plan, you know, given I think an hour and a half now. But hopefully if you find value in this, simply just get the version that we're currently delivering out there and then tweak it to your needs. I think there's a lot of value in you know, approaching it that way, and I hope you also get the value you need from the system from doing it that way as well. So that's new key results. And then I'm just going to now go back to new goal and tweak the things I just did. So I wanted to tweak the group like this, and then same thing for done. The group, I'm going to tweak it like this. Oops. This. And then what's going to happen here is I also need to do one more thing. I need to go ahead and set it so that anything new that's created here, the default is going to be the new key result only on to-do view. And same thing for here, set as default only for done view. So the cool thing here is that if I add a new one, immediately all these properties will be autofilled. So that's super, super cool. I love it a lot. And that will save us a lot of the time that we just showed earlier, right? Of having to add all that custom things into it. The next thing I'm going to do quickly is just make sure that for the new key results, we also have good templates for, yeah, so I'll show you. So now it's automatically done, right? And if you ever want to clear these, you just need to highlight these and clear, and you can redo the key results and everything. So I'm just going to quickly do the new project as well. So we're going to duplicate that. So now this is where it gets easier and easier, because once we have one template, we can just keep doing next. So new project. So new project here, just like that. Impact. I do think the impact here could be, maybe they all start at like 5 instead of 1. Because we assume that it's not going to be the most urgent thing, but if you're adding it, it should at least be a 5. And then what we have here is we have upstream again. So this time we're going to filter, and we're going to say this is going to be upstream key results. And then filter again, upstream key results. Upstream key result, we need target and completed number. So we go back and we show target and completed number. So I believe it's after the due dates, after the description. Yeah. And then, oh, okay. And it's not just that, sorry. One more thing I forgot to do. I need to show the upstream includes the new project. Yep, that's a very important step. So upstream includes the new project, which is a self-referential filter. Downstream, same thing. It's going to be now task, and it's going to have to also add downstream, upstream. This one contains a new project. The other one is downstream. So upstream contains a new project. And then this one is task. Okay, properties, we're going to hide the target and the completed number. We do want prioritization. We do want priority, and we do want difficulty here. So priority and difficulty. Time block too, if we can, actually, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. Time block here. Impact is already handled. Time taken is also important. So now we have a few new things to take a look at. Let's take a look at how I've done it here already, so I don't have to reinvent the wheel. So new awesome task. Oh, it's just notes in the bottom. Yeah, I like the notes idea, but I just want to double check. I want to double check the project actually. New awesome project, and then we have to do done, punctuality. Yeah, time is here. Then you have tags. So it's after description always. So after description, priority, time, boom. So we have priority, difficulty, and then time, just like that. Okay, cool. So now again, just add upstream new project, task, perfect. Let's go ahead and add those as well. So properties, no need for these two, but we want to add priority, difficulty, and time. Perfect. And that's done as well. Okay, so just make sure this is actually downstream contains. So, oops. So let's add downstream contains new project. And then same thing here, it's downstream. So delete. Downstream contains new project. Perfect. Then we have this. We have this. Downstream contains new project. Awesome. And then what we can do now is to do the final step, which is in, oh, oops. I need to also change the thing for this is a package. And then we're going to do a new task. New task. And this one, I believe, is just going to be a new task is a sword. So we're close. New task is a sword. Again, type is a task. Area I'll decide later. But because these things have these things, we're going to say usually things are put in our first priorities. If not, then we can change it up. Again, okay, we don't need to. Just 5 here, I think. And then status is backlog. Difficulty, I do think we should add moderate in there. Time, usually it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So let's put 1. That's good. Now there's stuff so it doesn't get all the way hidden, which is going to be really good. Actually, I don't think we need time block later on. But anyway, okay. So notes. So that's there. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Do this. So there's 2 different types of notes we can take. Awesome. So that's it. And now what we can do is to make sure that everything looks good. So goals, all this needs to have one more thing. Upstream includes this new goal. Same thing here. Upstream must contain this new goal. And just to make sure this is defaulted and this is defaulted. Perfect. Now let's go to key results. One more thing, impact should be a 5 at least. Okay, and then impact here should be a 5 at least. And then what we can do is this is upstream, so this is a default for this to-do view. This is also a default for this to-do view. So let's go ahead and make this a default for this to-do view, or this done view rather. I also just realized the group needs to hide certain things. Great. And then same thing here. So group needs to hide certain things. That is done. This is done as well. Just now make sure the new goal has that as well. It does. Wonderful. The new key results. Okay, so this needs to have a new project as the default for this view. New project is the default as this view. And then we go to the new project, we edit this, and then what we do is we can have upstream is a new project. No, this is new key result. So new key results is the default for this. A new key result is the default for this. We need to hide the groups. And then I believe the filters are there. Downstream new project, downstream new project, upstream new project, upstream new project, and then last thing is new task is the default for this. And then new project, new task is a new task. New task is the default for this as well. Okay, I think we're really close. Last thing is here, I believe, yep, I didn't set this yet. So downstream needs to be new key result. And then downstream needs to be new key results. Perfect. And then here upstream needs to be new key results. And here filter upstream needs to be new key result. Okay, perfect. Now that we set everything up, thank you for your patience there. What we can do is I can show you now, if this is a new goal, then all these things that we can add can be automatically added as the key results. And you can see if I just add new, it already has everything. So coming to us when afraid now becomes this, right? Then what we can do here is you can see just everything gets cleaned up so well. I think now what we're going to do is we're going to jump to the last step here, which is just showing everything. And we want to show everything to see our views actually on the main page. So hello, I'm Haku. I want to show you the key results, the projects, the goals. So what we can do, like if you want to do simple, right? Simply is just, hey, just show this whole at a glance. Everyone can see everything, even though, even what currently is in progress and everything like that. I think for simplicity's sake, let's just do that right now. But one thing I do want to show is the description. So I want to add description to this. So in case we have a description, we can show that. And also the progress of how things are completed so far. That's something that we can add later. Again, that's something more advanced. Maybe I'll do that another time to show you guys. I think we really have extended our time here today with each other, but it's fun, so I really like it. But anyway, let's go ahead and show hello, I'm Haku. So let's go ahead and just show this. So I'm going to show that we're going to throw in this view, create a link view of this database. That's fine, we'll copy that view at a glance. We're going to hide all the backlog ones. We're going to hide ready to start, and we're only going to show the ones in progress. And the ones, yeah, so let's just show the only ones in progress. So in progress right now is we really want him to be a brave boy. So not peeing when afraid, coming to us when afraid, that's really important to us. To get there, we're currently enrolling him in training school, right? And I guess exposure to humans. So that's also something important, right? So you can see we can connect this. So we created that like that, right? Or let me just delete this and show you. It's not peeing when afraid. This is a new key result. Yeah, and then what we can do is this be a brave boy. Oh, interesting. Okay, wait, these things need to be not wrapped. Okay, be a brave boy. That's upstream, but downstream, we can also do a new one. So you can see it's automatically like that. The downstream one is going to be meeting humans, right? So that's something that will be nice. So that's something that we're also doing. 6-week training school is like this. Upstream, we can add it the other way as well. So not peeing when afraid. Coming to us when afraid, stuff like that. So coming to us when afraid. Cool. And then I also want to show like for this one, for example, we're going to do some downstreams. We really need to wrap these columns. Okay, downstreams. We can do class 1 and class 2 and so on and so forth. What I really like is that this is actually going to show us the progress of everything here as well. So that's amazing. Yeah, perfect. So that's going to show that. And now if we go here, we can see that we have be a brave boy is up here, and we might want to reorganize this on this view specifically. So we can have our subgroup, show the in progress, show the, yeah, we can just hide everything else. We can show complete. And then task in progress, again, the class 1, class 2 stuff, we can definitely have that show up here as tasks. Class 1, class 2, and we can show when we actually went through those classes, and etc. So yeah, I hope that was helpful for you guys to see how we really build out the system and how, you know, you can really get into the thick of things and start you know, having a lot of specification that you can do, which I think is really amazing, but also, of course, quite taxing if you really want to get things done. But the setup, I think, can be very enjoyable. And I think if you put yourself in a mindset where, hey, I want to know my intention in life, I want to know where I'm going, and I want to know how to get there, and, you know, what does it take to get there, even, right? What does it take to achieve that thing? I think it's really important to leverage, right? It's a superpower of sorts. I really believe it. It's a superpower to be able to think this way, and a superpower to be able to organize your life this way, so that you can spend your time actually exploring and being adventurous. Because if you have these things handled, and you know that no matter what, as long as you're going in this direction, you're going to achieve your goals, you can be really flexible on the how. It's really fun. You can be really flexible on the way that you go about and achieve your goals and achieve the things that you want to achieve. And ultimately, I think that's what we're here for, right? To help everyone achieve their what they want to achieve in their life. And yeah, and I'm in this on this journey. I'm super excited. I love to be able to share these things with you. Obviously, this page will keep growing, so if you stay tuned for more, I'll leave these links in the description for you guys to kind of learn. And also, I'll make this template even free, right? If you guys want to just duplicate this, you can always duplicate this and see how you want to level up. Oh, one last thing before I forget to do this. We do want to link this success plan over to the Make More Fun app. So let's go ahead and go to the Make More Fun app and link it up. So you can see we can actually go over to get the embed. I just made an account. I didn't do anything yet, but let's go get the embed at the makework.fun app. And it's not a embed, edit profile. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and connect our Notion. So connect with Notion. Let's go ahead. It should already be logged in. Perfect. I do want to select pages. Is it under home? Yes, it is. So let's go under home, select pages. I want to add, I think it's already, because I already have a workspace that is connected. Give me a second, I just want to double check. Yeah, I'm gonna add one more. So Haku. All about Haku. Oh, we should call this Haku Success Plan. It's easier to find. Haku Success Plan. Yeah, let's just do this manually. Okay, so Haku Success Plan. So go Haku's Success Plan. You see it's immediate. Perfect. It's added. Allow access. It should work. Connected. Lovely. We go back and let's see how it goes. Perfect. So you can see that we have this connected. We're going to connect here. Test our connection. Okay, so we're missing a few things I want to show you guys. The missing share a family, which is supposed to be a checkbox. So let's go ahead and do that. For me, I always will have this on, so I'm just going to add a share with family. Oh, checkbox formula actually, because I want to share with family. And this formula, as long as the status equals to complete, oops, it'll be true. So as long as it's that, then we'll have that. One more thing is I'm going to duplicate this property and I'm going to call this one Make Work Fun. Oops, Make Work Fun. And then we have a share family. Again, I do a formula because I specifically want it to be you know, always handing in, no matter, whenever my status is complete, I always just want it to be handed in, right? So that's for me, but for you it might be different. So definitely, you know, do your own thing. Family connection is a text, so we need a family connection. So text, family connection. Oops, this should be a text. Just like that. And then now what we have, if I refresh this, Perfect. Yeah, that's not a recommend type, but still works. Upstream, if I want to show that, that's okay as well. Collaborators, that's okay as well. So now if I want to hand in something, let's go ahead and hand in something, right? So right now it should look good. If I go back to my player tab and I want to hand in something, I can just go ahead and let's hand in class 1. So we had our first class of training. When did we have our first class of training? We had our first class of training. Okay, we spent around an hour there, so 2. It was a moderate class. I think it was okay. Impact was super impactful. Like, we loved it. Class 1 was with Glenn. And then the due date of that, I believe, was 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. I think it was the 10th. And then the closing date was the 10th as well. I can just double check that on my calendar later on, but this should be it. And I want to show you guys the moment I change this to complete, right? Now it says share with family. So what can happen here is it's going to automatically go ahead and hand it in. It says share with family. So let's go. It's done. So we can go ahead and open it up. We get a nice random GIF. And then we can just close this and then we're done. And it'll be oops, let's go ahead. I believe it's, oops, let's go ahead here. Let's refresh this. Let's make sure it works. And I believe it will save down here. There is one interesting thing is because we're using difficulty as a number. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Okay, I think difficulty needs to change because the system doesn't recognize difficulty as that. Which is so interesting. I found a nice bug. Perfect. But yeah, difficulty, we should keep it a number for now. But, yeah, I might as well fix this, guys, in front of you guys. I think there's something important that I want to show you guys the process of how I go through things and fix things. So this is the last thing I'll do. But basically, right now is because I'm reading from the difficulty and it's showing this number. So ideally, what I can do is just grab the time from it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my NAN automation workflow. And then I'm just going to sign in. But definitely one thing is that bugging out a little bit because of that. So I'll show you guys how it works. So basically, this is how we calculate the rewards. We're gonna set the data. So right now we have our difficulty. We need to put to number. I think that's it. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the app backend, and I'm going to just delete that win and try again. Oh, actually, I don't even need to delete the win. I can just go ahead and refresh it by doing this. And let's see when it pops up again. Because to number ideally should already handle that. Perfect, let's hand it in again. Let's see how it's going. I'm just checking in the database what it looked like. Difficulty. Oh, it's showing null difficulty. Okay. let's go ahead and see what that looks like here. So I'm going to just run this manually and see what happens. But just now, that's a different error. Yeah, I'm waiting for this one to finish, and then once that one finishes, we can take a look at it. Let's see. JavaScript to number. Oh, number. Whoops. I just need number. Okay, number like that. Oops. Let's go ahead and clean up the data again. So number. Okay, I believe this is the last thing to do. And then if I just retry that, share a family, I'll get that difficulty. Later on, I will show you guys that I'm actually going to get a different difficulty number instead. Actually, maybe I'll show you that now. Yeah, difficulty score. Let's do it that way. But yeah, I do think that just worked just now. So let's just refresh. Yeah, so difficulty worked just now. But anyway, what I want to show you guys is, let me just undo that because I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, I'll keep it like that. But right now it's already handed in. Everything should be fixed. Yeah, everything works like that. And if I refresh, there should be no bugs. It will just load properly. Perfect. So you can see small things, right, can really be very, very interesting. But one thing I want to show you guys, like one additional thing, since we're going to do this difficulty score, time, and I'm going to now do a proper difficulty formula. So I'm going to do a formula. I'm going to call this one difficulty number, difficulty. And then this difficulty will be to number, score. And then plus to number time. And then divide by 2. I'm going to do a bracket around everything. So you can see now it's 2.5. Okay. So we're going to have calculations here as well. So I'm going to duplicate this. We're going to add calculations. This is our first calculation that we're adding to the system now. So calculations. And then now we have our 2.5. And now if I just refresh this win, it'll pull from the 2.5 instead. Oh, it's immediate now. Nice. So pull from 2.5. Now you have 50 gold, 63 XP. Okay, awesome. So that's that. How we got the embed, I want to show you guys, and that's a really amazing part of the system as well. Is simply put, I just went into the Make More Fun app. I went to the embed page, play, then embed. And then I went to player card. You can get player card, player details as well. It's totally up to you. You just copy the link and then you paste it anywhere you want. And now you have your amazing, page there for you to see. I'm also going to change the background in the future, but I hope this is really been helpful for you. My intention is to help you guys through this journey of creating your own gamified systems. Really, I want everyone to have access to resources like this. I know this live stream was a bit long, but hopefully you guys liked my rambling and just working out through this. I hope to also streamline the content that we create here and now in the future as well. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Please take care. Bye now.